Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, well today we're looking at the VK 100-1P. Very strong, tough tank, leading you up to the mouse. What you got to think about this is not a lot of mobility, very good armour, good gun, and that's it. So, without further ado, let's go and do a bit of a comparison, as you see on the way up to the mouse. This has got a 67% win rate. It's solid in many ways. So let's get in and have a look. And what I'm going to do is compare between the VK 100-1P and the KV4, the KV Fortress. Very similar, both slow, very tough. So let's have a look. The Alpha and the overall DPM is down by about 110. Okay, then we come to the Alpha. So you've got 120 per shot more. Then we come to the penetration. There's not a lot in it, but what you've got to think is gun-wise, the German has got a 128mm gun compared to 107mm gun that the KV4 has got, if I remember rightly. And so that difference can mean you can overmatch the armour and get through tougher targets, even though the penetration itself says that the penetration is down by 7mm. You can actually normalise the shot more easily, and then if it comes down to it, let's have a look at the APCR. 260mm if you want to tap the 2 key, so you've got a huge amount of additional options. Or you could go for the 10cm gun. So let's have a look. Then your DPM actually goes up by an additional 100 above, so you gain about 200 DPM. Your penetration drops by 20, but your reload and your accuracy improves. So that's one option you've got with the 10.5cm. You get to more DPM but less pen. So it depends how accurate you are and what suits you in your playstyle. I actually like this 128mm. There's something about it that really works for me. Then you come to the aim time, 2.59 seconds. Not bad compared to the 2.78 of the KV4. I like it. 0.38, it's not the most accurate, and in comparison to 0.36 that the KV4 or the KV Fortress has got, you can aim and it's a little bit slow, and you may miss. And as you see in the replay, that there's one shot which is an outlier, which would have been nice if that had gone in. That would have been an extra 400 or so of damage. So you can see that the accuracy difference can actually make quite a difference itself. Then we come down to the traversing. The KV4 is more accurate. Turn the turret more accurate. Then after firing, the bloom is better on the German gun. Very nice, by roughly a second. So that actually makes quite a bit of difference. Then we, as you can see, yes, I was right, 107mm for the standard KV4. Now this, so the additional 21mm of caliber can help you with overmatching and normalising the armour against the ammunition as it comes in. And so basically you negate sloping, and so you can penetrate more slopey armour. Then we come to the ammo capacity, 50 rounds, both the same, and so you've got the potential of 22,000 damage compared to 16,000. If we swap over to the tier 8, you've got 38,400 of potential damage with 120 rounds. Now this it is quite a big option. Shell cost 1,030, going up to the 128mm, 1,070 shell cost. So there's not really, so 1,070 compared to 1,040. There's 40 difference between 1,030 and the 1,070. So only 40 difference, but each shot can go between 320 and on the 128mm you're looking 440 damage. So 1,030 will do you 320 damage, or else 1,070 shell cost will do you 440 damage. So you can actually make more money or be more efficient with your shots as long as you make them count with the bigger gun. You've got a lot less potential overall. So it depends what you do, how accurate you are, And then, so the 10.5 centimetre has got options, but so is the 128mm. It depends what you're going for, whether you're going for smaller targets with less armour, or slightly more armour targets, but you need the accuracy to get in and find those weak spots, because the 200mm of pen is a bit of an issue. Then we come to the speed. Only 20 kmh compared to 30 on the KV4. Reversing 15 kmh backwards. It's a very, very good compared to the 11 with the KV4. Power to weight, when you've got the full engine, you're just under 10 horsepower per ton. But mine is set up at the moment 8.3 horsepower per ton with the 1000 horsepower engine. Sounds like a lot of horsepower, but it's a very, very, very heavy tank. So get this top engine as quick as you can to give you the awful horsepower per ton, but improved by 10 to 15% horsepower per ton compared to the 11.25 of the KV4. So the KV4 has got better top speed, better mobility, traversing on hard, medium and soft. The KV4's got it, but then you come to the terrain resistance. Now on hard it's 0.77, medium 0.86 compared to 1.44. You can see the differences between the 0.77 and 1.25, the 0.86 and 1.44, and on soft 1.92 compared to 2.4. So the ground resistances are much, much better on this vehicle. So it helps having the additional horsepower, but luckily this terrain resistance, you need it, otherwise you are in so much trouble. Now gun elevation is huge. 30 degrees, very, very good for working valleys and aiming up. Gun depression, better than the Russian. 8 degrees of gun depression compared to 6. So this can start giving you advantages, especially when you come to the armour. If you've got a target who's lower down, and you can start bullying him, force him to shoot you at your upper plate, and having to force to shoot up towards your weaker Commander's Cupola, which we'll have a look at. Gun traverse is the same. Turret traverse is... Let's check these out. Yeah, that's the gun traverse is the same. Turret traverse is 5 degrees roughly less fast than the KV4. Then we come to the armour. Incredibly good on everything. Even the track armour is better. It's double the track armour, and the KV4 is no slouch. But this is just huge, literally in many ways. The health 1700 hit points, 1700 hit points health with both of them. The engine is just slightly less strong, 155 compared to 160, so there's not a lot in it. And the repairs on all of the components, the ammo rack, is much better than the Russian. The ammo rack health is 10% better with 220 compared to 200. They're still both very strong. View range 400 meters, basic, before you do anything else. It's a spotting monster. It really is. And this is before you even put any crew skills in, any binoculars, any optics. It's just immense. Radio range 20 less than the KV4, 740 meters, both very, very good. So let's now have a look at the 3D model. Now, as you can see with the armour, let's have a look at the live view. And there we go. We can see this is what you would see of the vehicle. So looking through, it looks pretty impenetrable. Even flat towards you. The front plate, very, very strong armour. Let's look at this hybrid area. So you can see this upper section is even flat, basically flat towards you. You're looking 287mm. The other side 330. That's got a slight angle. Let's imagine it's almost completely flat. 300mm, 300mm, about 295. So shooting it in the middle is slightly weaker because of the angles. Down below 270mm. This area here above the tracks is 200mm plus 40mm underneath, and the spacing the equivalent of 460 mil. Same on the other side. This lower plate, you're looking 216 mil. It doesn't sound like a lot when you look at 260 up above, or 290, or 300, but 215 mil flat on is still a lot. You angle this, your upper plate goes to 320, this outer edge to 420, this upper section goes to 360, 320, and the lower plate 260 and 290. So the midpoint gives you a 7% chance of bouncing, and a 20% chance of bouncing at this corner if you can get it. The area here, you're looking 600 mil equivalent armor, roughly. Up above, you're only looking 264, 265 mil. Incredibly strong. And then from here, you're looking 300 mil, ricochet, auto bounce, absorption like nobody's business. The front of the so you're angling. This area becomes a 220 mil that you could aim for. This section is angled, so you're looking equivalent 440 mil. You angle more from the front, you're looking 320 mil. This is a weak spot because it's a flattened area towards your towards you coming in. You can see the different angles. So this is flattened, 230 mil equivalent, 200, almost 240, 300 mil, 260 mil, 440 mil. So you want to be waggling and angling, because that would put this area to 250 mil, 240, 290. So you want to be waggling the gun in the way and stopping people shooting you. But there's another weak spot. Up above this command's cupola, you're looking basically from about 220 mil. Off to the side, 240, 360. So you want to be swinging this round, try and put the gun in the way, stopping them from shooting it. And if you're up against it, you want to be shooting the dustbin up on top. This angle, you're looking 250, 240, 220 mil. Generally, about as it's going to be moving, you're looking, so from there, you're looking about 250 mil. So there's about a 1 in 4 chance of penetrating. So, you know, it's not an easy target. Very great armor. The sides, relatively weak. It's all relative. 200 mil here. 184 at the back. These side plates, flat on, you're looking 133 mil. Down below, you're looking absorption. Basically, there's so much in here. Yeah, it says 143 mil, but no chance of doing any damage. From the rear, 200 mil. This section, just roughly 150 mil. Coming through, 160, 170. This area, you'll go straight through, only 127 mil, but it'll go straight out the other side and do no critical damage. The rear, you're looking 140, 142 mil. The dustbin, 178 on the rear. And then round to this side, 180 mil. So this is the armour of the tank. Oh, and then if you do get a shot down, you're looking 70 mil roughly on this area. Up above, effectively, well, 40 mil. 40 mil. This green area is all roughly 40 or 50 mil. This area here is 50 mil, and you've got 40 mil up on side, up on top. With this area up here, up above the gun, you're looking angled and sloped 220 mil. Now, if you've got the gun aiming up, you will show this area here, which is another weak spot. You're looking about 230, 240 mil. So if you can shoot the turret ring from the front, it's quite a large target. But if you're playing it, you want to get your gun, you want to swing it round, get the gun in place, and force them to fire up on it. Smaller targets won't even be able to see that turret ring. So you need to use your environment, side scrape, and fire at your opponents from the side. So imagine you're aiming around a building, firing there. They can't even see the commander's cupola to shoot it. Here you're looking the weak area, 230 mil, 250, the sides 360, shoot, fire, 440 alpha, pull back into cover, and don't expose the cheeks. You then turn in between, putting your armour to this sort of an angle. You're looking 280, 290 mil, 300 mil, and you just show the cheek like this. Try not to expose this flat area here, and just keep that sort of an angle towards your enemy, so that they'll be shooting this 290, 300 mil, 320, 400 mil. You see how bouncy it is, and this is tier 8, very, very strong. So without further ado, let's get in and have a look at some gameplay. Okay, I've had to use a Russian version to replay this, so I apologise for everything looking Russian. It wasn't. It's actually my normal account. So I'm just going to speed this up. It was done with Philo, and this is how I was doing things, looking around, seeing what was happening. Let's speed this up a little bit, get into position. Moving up, as you can see, doing about 20 kmh, moving into position. I was going to back the T29 up, see what I could spot, use the view range, look over, see if I get a shot on the 704. Didn't come off, so I'm going to move in 19, 20 kmh, get into position. Let's get through. Oh, that's it, coming through. Oh no, he's gone. So I'm going to try and get in. I've noticed that there's a T-34. We're a couple of tanks down at the moment. You can see without the top engine it's a little bit slow. Normally there'll be the Philo thing on, but it's not on my linked on my Russian account. So think about the Leo, the AMX. T-71's going in, and I was trying to get a shot over. Boom, 360 odd shot points in. We are 5 tanks down. It's not looking good, so I'm pulling back. The WZ is being a bit of a pain down there spotting, so I'm going to see what I can do. And this is what I was looking at the moment, at the time. I'm watching over that way. I get spotted. Oh, let me just rewind that. So I was watching over there, thinking, okay, I could possibly get a shot in. I'm watching what's happening, trying to see the Leo, get a shot over. I'm taking him out while that WZ is being a pain. He comes in, so shot in at the side, but I've took the Leo, so helping things. We're only 4 tanks down at the moment. So speeding this up, see what I can do. Watching, waiting for some assistance, waiting for the T-71. I'm going in, trying to get the WZ to go down here and possibly lose his last 22 health. That was the idea at the time, but no, he took it easy. I get a shot in, boom, headshot. He's gone. Right, okay, so we are only 3 tanks down at the moment. I've got two kills so far. Let's see what I can do. Oh, and you saw, just missed him. The gun dispersion sometimes lets you down. So the BP, the Black Prince, went for another shot. Oh, and I ricochet off his turret. So I'm trying to watch out because I know the WZ is there at the side. I'm watching for him. He's come back around again. He's still trying to get me. So I've got the T-34, the Black Prince, and I'm worried about this this light coming in. So I'm trying to bounce shots. I'm aware of the rest of the tanks pushing up. I'm trying to get a shot through. Bouncing shots. I'm in a bit of a precarious position. I'm holding this to allow our team to get through. Bouncing shots. I pull back to try and be able to angle things more easily. And I'm thinking at this point, well, if I can possibly get a HE shot into that wreck, it might explode near him and take him out. So that was going through my mind at the moment. So that's where I am. So I thought, okay, see what I can do. Let's speed this up a little bit. 7-7. I've been holding this area, preventing them from pushing on our team. I've gone for HE. I'm trying to get it to explode inside the wreck, possibly catch him in the area of effect. Didn't come off. So, pulling back to reload. 7-8. I'm thinking I'm really fed up with this little guy. So, asking the T-71 to please help. So, push up, see what I can see. And that's when I see the T-34, and a big hit. Few hundred points from him. Not good. And I think I've got to take him out. No matter what the WZ does, I need to take this guy out. I'm still in HE mode, so I do damage to his turret, and you can see there the smoking wreckage of that little blighter in the 131. He was taken down by the T-71. Really, really good job. So let's get back to this. Speeding this up. So following through, another 400. I think I've got to push in. He's fired. I know that my reload is faster than his, so I'm pushing in to try and take him out. That's when I see the blinking 704. Bounce him, and I get the shot in before he reloads. So I've got a whole 480 hit points left, and I've got a full health. 704 coming in on me. I've bounced one of his shots, and I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable right now. So I shoot in, try and track him. Just miss. He's moving in very fast. He's tracked me. He comes in, he rams me, and he does a fair bit of damage on himself. I'm trying to get a shot in, and that firing in, as you saw, I fired in through the fuel tank, and it's got a shot in. He's burning to death. I ram him to the side, and that's it. At the same time, this guy is moving in, trying to take advantage, and I get him as well. In the space of about 30 seconds, they're saying, bravo, well done. Yeah. And then they're saying, he was at full health. Yeah, I know. And so, time to move through. 4 kills. Yeah, the MXN 704 was full. I'm asking for a bit of support. So I think, okay, I'm going to go in. At this point, I've noticed the Leo is around the side. Give these guys a bit of help because our IS-3 is a one-shot. That's it. That's all over for him. 5 kills. Let's speed this up. Move into position. See what we can do with assisting the team. So this is, you can see how much slower this is than Tiger P. So I'm asking him to scout, please. So I look over, ready to shoot what he spots. This has got a relatively good gun for range work. So see what we can see. He's moving forward. You can see the Tiger P around about E1, E2 at the moment, and that's when he sees the VK. 400. I'm angled. He misses anyway. So I'm going to try and get another shot in. Aim, and he's gone. I'm hoping he's in the same place. Shot in, we will see. So, time to move up. Tiger P's going ahead, and you can see he's only on 167 hit points. That last shot must have connected. Didn't take him down, which would have been nice to get Top Gun, but hey. So, moving up 12-10. See what we can do. Get into position. 19-20 hit points. I'm hoping to get a shot on the VK, but no, he's gone. And a huge target. 13-11. We've weathered it, and this is when I get spotted. Bush just ahead. That guy there. He ammo racks me. I get a shot in. Boom. 500. Not enough. He gets the return shot, and that's it. 5 kills. Didn't quite get the 6. But let's go, and then he's taken out by the one of the guys. So let's go and have a look at those post-game stats. Ace, few other awards, and then we come to high caliber. So let's see what we did. So 4,600, almost 4,700 damage, 5 kills, very, very tough tank. Let's have a look at the how we did. So 1,529 base experience, which isn't too bad. So yeah, very, very neat. Even though we actually did get knocked out at the end, it would have been nice to have seen it right the way through. 16 shots, 14 hit, 13 penned. Very accurate gun, punchy, nice abilities, and good sniping. 1,100 points from range. Blocked 2,000 points of damage. So, is it a good tank? Yes, very, very good. And you saw, even without the top engine, it's very, very fun to play, and you can still get round. More mobility would be useful, but it's still good enough. And then came away with almost 21,000 credits. So this is the VK 1000.1p. Very, very nifty. So thank you so much for watching. I'm the Gaming Bear, and I will see you on the next one. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments. And, well, see you all soon. Cheers, guys. Have fun. Bye.